American Airlines, 8 of 18 flights canceled. TWA, 4 of 20 flights scrubbed. Continental, 5 of 15 flights grounded. Just a few of the flights canceled by the major airlines using Sky Harbor Airport since the strike began on Monday. But that isn't what has airline officials worried the most. It's the question of when the passengers will return.
I think they're afraid that flights aren't going to operate, but our whole schedule has been going like clockwork, no problems at all.
Passenger counts from most of the airlines at Sky Harbor are averaging 10 to 15% less than before the strike started. One airline official says it won't take long at that rate before the whole industry would be in trouble.
With business being soft and the price of fuel, it won't take very long. There'll be quite an adverse effect very quickly, not only on American, but on the entire industry.
Alan Brighton of TWA says his airline has started seeing an increase in passengers already.
I think the initial shock has passed, and people are finding their way back to the airports.
Each airline is feeling the effects of the strike differently. Some commuter-type airlines have even seen a slight increase in travelers. But all agree on one thing. They can't wait to see the end of the air traffic controllers' strike. Bob Mosley, Cool News 10.
Biltmore Terrace Condominiums for 18 months were apartments, but there were few renters. So management converted them to condominiums, discounted prices on some units up to 30%, bought coffee and donuts, and had a sales party this morning.
We were trying to cause a little excitement in the marketplace, where the real estate market and the condominium market has been kind of in the doldrums for the past 6 or 8 months, particularly in Arizona, with a project that we wanted to sort of put on the map.
With units previously listed from $99,000 to $260,000, selling now for $69,900 to $239,900, is the builder losing money?
Not in the long haul, we don't think, because I think we've made the kind of sales and identified the project well in the marketplace. We've also done the thing that we wanted to do, and that is to do a program that people in Arizona can take advantage of before the snowbirds get to town.
Snowbirds are not. The people who came looking at the 40 discounted 1, 2, 3-bedroom and penthouse plans thought there were some good buys.
Possibly an investment until such times if I were going to move in it, but it might be rather good as an investment.
We're excited. We think there's excellent values here, and this pricing is something I think is going to be a good opportunity for people to invest in a piece of property here in Biltmore that's lower than anything else can be found in the neighborhood.
By late afternoon, 25 units were sold at an average cost of $100,000. One manager says there is hope for the housing market. Marcus Wright, TV 10 News.
For today's graduates, finding that first job is going to be easier for some than for others. Easiest for technical grads in engineering, computer sciences, and the physical sciences like chemistry and physics. Finding work will be hardest for
students that don't have specific academic training for certain occupations are the ones that are going to have to look harder. They're maybe not going to get their first choice of places, and they're going to have to go to wherever the job is rather than being able to pick and choose as they have been in the last couple of years.
Traditionally, many of ASU's graduates have wanted to stay and work in this area after leaving school. The state of the economy, though, is making that difficult for everyone.
We're beginning to see some tightening and some impact of the recessionary situation. Some of the industries that are here have backed off a little bit and are not making as many offers as they had been in the last couple of years.
Some available jobs are advertised on campus, attracting hopeful graduates. But students usually don't wait until the end of school to begin seeking work. So even before they graduated, many learned the realities of the economy.
Nobody's hiring. They're telling you, come back later. You don't have the proper credentials. We don't want to hire you. We don't want to pay the money. We're in a recession. That's all you hear.
Majority of people I know are not in the same situation and are having a hard time finding a job.
It's not that good. I mean, when you graduate and you work hard for 4 years, and then who's going to hire you? It's really sad.
ASU career service officials say almost half of the graduates registered with them are still looking for work. At ASU, Jim Malmberg, Cool News 10.
The prices are higher. They are, darling. We came last week and the chocolates were $3.99, and when we came back for some more they were $4.44.
It was complaints like that from Tucson shoppers that prompted the Pima County attorney to investigate. Now the state attorney general is looking into Woolco's Phoenix area sales as well. While Woolco denied us permission to take cameras into their stores, I took paper and pencil in earlier this week to do some pricing. This morning we took that price list to the warehouse to make some comparisons. This Whirlpool refrigerator would cost you $67 less at Woolco's 30% off sale than it would here at the warehouse. But last week, when Woolco was offering a 20% discount, your better buy would have been right here. And Woolco's price tag before any discount was taken read $699, the identical amount listed here as the full retail price. Based on these Woolco prices I've shown you, how would you say they're tagging items compared to retail price?
They're pricing them right at the suggested retail price.
Is that common practice for a discount chain like Woolco?
No, it isn't. Generally, Woolco and other discount stores price the merchandise below the retail list price, but they appear to be pricing them right at the list price.
Other items we found to be high-priced at Woolco without the discount included this Zenith Color TV and this tap-in microwave oven. If you're looking for video games this holiday season, Woolco offers the best buy we found, at least with the 30% discount. For all 4 cartridges we compared, Woolco's sale price was lower than the warehouse and lower than Kmart's price. But for 3 of the 4 games, the highest price was Woolco's pre-sale figure. And though Kmart wouldn't allow our cameras inside either, its prices on all items we checked were lower than Woolco's pre-sale base price tickets. High school seniors Steve and Bill do a lot of biking in traffic. Though they say they're very safety conscious, Steve's been hit by a car twice, and both complain drivers often come much too close, sometimes scaring them by beeping their horns.
When we're on the road and everything, people yell at us to get off the roads, and when we go on the sidewalks, the pedestrians say, "Get off the sidewalks."
Phoenix police say bikes have just as much right to be on the road as cars and are bound by the same laws. They caution drivers to be on the lookout for cyclists, especially at intersections where they say most accidents occur.
Just here in Phoenix, we've had 2 traffic fatalities involving bicycles this year. We've had 193 accidents involving bicyclists that actually resulted in injury. There's more bicycles now than ever before due to several reasons. One, the economy, the price of gas, the emphasis on physical fitness.
While drivers should realize they don't automatically have the right of way, cyclists should learn to drive defensively.
I think they should watch out for cars, too. They should get some safety equipment like the skid lid, which they cost about $40, but better pay the $40 than get killed.
Officers say with more young cyclists on the road during the summer, it's a crucial time to remember bicycle safety. Kim Hawkins, Cool News 10.
What size shoe do you wear?
7.
6. 8.
Size 7. 7.5 to 8.
When the footwear world is geared to serve that size feet, you can imagine what it would be like for someone like Alma Fuclay.
I wear a 12 narrow.
Since last fall, Alma Fuclay has been leading a one-woman battle to try and get a better shoe selection for women with larger feet. And for the hours, miles, and dollars she's put into her efforts with frustrating results, she's starting to get mad.
We're not asking for custom-made Lincoln Continentals with sunroof tops. We're asking for shoes, one of the basic, most necessary means of survival.
Ms. Fuclay says since her campaign for larger shoes began with articles in a local paper and a national footwear magazine, she's received hundreds and hundreds of letters from women who find themselves in the same situation.
I have received letters from women with defamating stories, women that have had to resort to wearing male footwear for years. Can you imagine what this does to a woman? You just, you can't very well be feminine in a man's shoe.
Ms. Fuclay thought she had finally achieved success when she learned the Footwear Industries of America organization was looking into her story. until just a few days ago she got a letter from that group asking if she knew of any places women could go to buy large shoes. After all the publicity and letters to shoe industry officials, even a letter to President Reagan, Ms. Fuclay says she still can't buy a pair of size 12 shoes without waiting months or paying exorbitant prices. For Alma Fuclay and the thousands of women like her with larger feet, the simple act of walking into a shoe store and trying to pick out a pair of shoes that fit can almost be a nightmare. And that's something that Alma Fuclay says she'll continue to fight to change. Ron Hoon, Cool News 10.
If you've never played video games and you just don't like them, chances are you're over 30 years old. This is the sound of a link with the past. 35-year-old Tom Jersinski's pool table, lamps, and other memorabilia are remnants of a once-renowned pool hall in downtown Phoenix. It's been about 5 years since Tom's Tavern was closed. Historians may take little note of the significance of the gathering place that was once the city morgue. But legend has it that in the late 20s, Tom's Tavern was the place to call your local bookie on a direct phone line and a favorite gathering place for politicians in what might have been the Valley's original smoke-filled room.
All the high-ranking members of our legislature spend their lunch hours down there.
The growing popularity of video games makes it a likely bet that Tom's Tavern's closure was ahead of its time.
How many pool halls do you know of in the Phoenix area have gone out of business recently? Too many.
Al Murdoch can remember a good dozen of his competitors biting the dust over the years. Mid-afternoon finds his place almost filled, thanks in part, he says, to low prices and loyal customers like Charlie Hardister, who's been at it for all but 4 of his 65 years.
You can never learn everything that you want to about the game. That's the main thing. I don't think anybody has ever mastered the game completely.
But the younger generation's loyalty seems to be wedded to video. The reason you just don't see pool tables and arcades has to do with simple economics. A popular video game like Ms. Pac-Man can bring in several $100s a week, considerably more than another endangered game, pinball machines. The newest ones are more like mutant video games.
Dollar for dollar, the video games will bring in more revenue than most of the pinballs.
Computer technology is now competing against itself, leaving pinball headed for the museum.
I sort of feel sorry for the pinball machines, but I still go to the video games.
Sal Quijado, Cool News 10.